Hi students, welcome back to All4 E-Learning YouTube class. Right? Already yesterday we learned about the addition of vectors topic. In that, what is the laws of vector addition? Nothing but laws of vector addition. Already yesterday we discussed about the geometrical approach, how to add the two vectors, nothing but the mechanism. Okay, now in order to discuss the law of vector means laws of vector addition means first law. What is meant by first law? Commutative law. Already yesterday completed this one, but I am explaining how to prove this addition of vectors by taking commutative law. Commutative law. What is meant by commutative law in addition means if I am taking two vectors means the sum of two vectors like a bar plus b bar is equal to b bar plus a bar. Is it correct? Now how to prove this one means there is a method. Actually by taking two vectors you have to take in a problematic approach also we have to prove this. First of all we have to derive from these vectors only as per the geometrical approach method. Let us say this is one vector a bar, yes, this is the another vector b bar. Okay, this is b bar. Now by adding these two means, listen carefully, for this I am taking parallel shifting of a bar and parallel shifting of b bar means the b bar vector which is shifted parallelly means this vector also same thing, this is b bar, this is a bar. That means here I am taking a bar can be shifted parallel to this vector and b bar this vector which is parallel to this one means both are parallel means hey, here I am taking, let us say this is a bar, this is b bar. As per the geometrical approach by taking the addition of vectors, the tail of the second vector b bar which is added to head of the first vector a bar means what is the resultant of this one? So this is the resultant, right? That means what is the r bar? R bar is equal to what is the value here? A bar plus b bar. That means by adding these two vectors, you got r bar is equal to how much? A bar plus b bar. Suppose some other time, this is b bar, this is a bar, right? This is b bar, this is a bar. By adding these two vectors also, what is the resultant? This one only. Means what is this value? It can be written as sometimes b bar plus a bar also. That means by taking the geometrical approach of addition of vectors, the two vectors a bar and b bar both are added. Then what is the resultant? R bar is equal to a bar plus b bar. Otherwise, sometimes this vector which is slided parallelly and this vector which is slided parallelly means if I am taking a parallelogram, that means in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. That's why let us say by taking the addition of this b bar with a bar, then what is the resultant here? B bar plus a bar, both having same magnitude as well as same direction. That means it is proved by taking the geometrical method. Now what is the mathematical approach? How to prove this one means, let us say if a bar is equal to general vector a bar plus means I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap some other vector and b bar is equal to I am taking the another vector. That means let us say 4i cap 5j cap plus 6k cap. Now what is meant by the value of a bar plus b bar? By adding these two vectors means addition of these two vectors which is simply nothing else. That means this is I cap, this is also I cap means I cap common. What is the value here? 1 plus 4. Again in the same way j cap common. What is the second factor means 2 plus 5. Again third one k common 3 plus 6. That means what is the vector here? 5i cap plus 7j cap plus 9 into k cap. This is nothing but the a bar plus b bar. Okay. In the same way, what about the meaning of b bar plus a bar also? By adding these two vectors again, b bar which is added to a bar means 4i cap plus 5j cap plus 6k cap which is added to the a bar means how much it is? I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. By adding b bar and a bar means how much you will get? Again 4i cap, this is I cap, again 5i cap, again 5j cap plus 2j cap, again 7j cap. Now this is 9k cap. By taking the mathematical method also we got the same thing, result is same thing, means a bar plus b bar which is equal to b bar plus a bar. That means commutator is obeyed by taking the laws of vector addition. Okay, now after taking associative law also, by taking the similar method we have to prove this, the law of addition of vectors by associative law also. What is meant by associative law? Means if I am taking the three vectors a bar, b bar, c bar, second law is associative law. Associative law. Suppose if I am taking, let us say, if a bar, b bar and c bar are the three vectors. Now what is meant by associative law? Means associative law for vector addition is nothing but, listen carefully, it obeys associative law only. That means a bar plus b bar plus c bar which is equal to, yes, a bar plus b bar plus c bar, a bar plus b bar plus c bar. So this is nothing but the associative law. Again it is proved by both methods, geometrical method, mathematical method also. Okay, so what is meant by geometrical method? Means let us say here I am giving three vectors again. Let us say if I are taking any three vectors like a bar, b bar, c bar, that means this is c bar. Any three vectors we have to take. Now by taking the addition of these three vectors, what I am taking is, listen carefully, here I am taking, let us say this is a bar, this is b bar, again this is c bar. So these three vectors which are arranged in this way. Now in this first case what happens? B bar plus c bar means the addition of b bar vector, addition of b bar vector with c bar means this is the resultant, right, as per the vector addition, as per the vector addition. This is nothing but b bar plus c bar. Again this a bar vector which is added to this b bar plus c bar means what is the resultant here? This is the resultant. That means this is nothing but a bar plus b bar plus c bar. Is it correct? So this is nothing but the resultant, nothing but, this is nothing but LHS. Okay, now what is meant by RHS? Again same thing. That means here I am taking, again this is a bar, like this is b bar, again I am taking another vector like c bar. Okay, now in RHS I am taking first of all a bar plus b bar means addition of a bar means the vector a bar which is added to b bar means what is the resultant? This one. So this gives a bar plus b bar, right? This a bar plus b bar which is added to c bar means what is the resultant? This one, this one. Okay, this one resultant is nothing but a bar plus b bar plus c bar. So if you have take the meter scale, now we have to find these values means the diagonals both are equal as per the geometry. That means what is the associative law? A bar plus b bar plus c bar is equal to a bar plus b bar plus c bar. Okay, it is proved by mathematical approach also. That means we have to take the arbitrary vectors for a bar, b bar, c bar, by adding we got the same result. In this way it obeys the distributive law also. Distributive law. Third law is distributive law. Distributive law. Distributive law of addition of vectors. Okay. Again, it obeys the distributive law. Means distributive law means, listen carefully, some constant k into, constant means any integer. Okay. K into a bar plus b bar which is equal to k times of a bar plus k times of b bar. So this is also mathematically proved. Okay. Now this is the simplest three laws about the laws of vector addition. Means it obeys the commutative law, it obeys the associative law, it obeys the distributive law. Okay. Now by taking this vector addition, I have to find the resultant, magnitude of resultant of parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Means in order to add the two vectors, means there is a method. There is a method to add the two vectors. Okay. So this is actually IPE and objective purpose also. This is most important. Parallelogram law of addition of vectors. In vectors, almost half of the syllabus belongs to the vector law of addition of vectors only, because more number of problems are there according to the examination purpose. Now listen carefully. The next topic is parallelogram law of addition. Parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Okay. So what is meant by parallelogram law of addition of vectors? Okay. First of all, I have to draw the two vectors by taking the meter scales. Means let us say, now initial I am drawing the parallelogram, we know already. So this is the parallelogram. This is the parallelogram. Simply this is nothing but P bar, this is nothing but Q bar. As per the property of parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. That means in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Means initially I am taking, these are the two vectors which are inclined by an angle, let us say theta. These are the two vectors which are inclined by an angle theta. In order to add the two vectors, means just I have to parallel shifting of this P bar like this. This Q bar is shifted like this. Okay. That means listen carefully. This Q bar also makes an angle. How much? This one? Theta. Because both are alternate angles. Right. Now, according to the parallelogram, I have to find the magnitude of resultant of two vectors. Magnitude of resultant of two vectors. That means, listen carefully. This is the resultant of both vectors. So this is nothing but, let us it can taken as R bar. R bar is equal to what happen? Nothing but P bar plus Q bar. As per the vector laws of addition. Means, listen carefully. In order to add the two vectors P bar plus Q bar, now the resultant is nothing but P bar plus Q bar. Now I have to find the magnitude of this resultant. Magnitude of this resultant as well as direction. Direction means this resultant which makes an angle, let us say alpha. This makes an angle alpha with P bar. And let us say sometimes it can be taken as beta. That means this resultant which makes an angle alpha with P bar as well as beta which makes with Q bar. Okay. That means listen carefully. In this concept, this P bar and Q bar, are the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Adjacent sides of a parallelogram which are drawn from the same point. Now what about the resultant of these vectors? Resultant of these two vectors are having magnitude as well as direction which is drawn from the same point. This is nothing but the statement of parallelogram law of addition of vectors. What is meant by, if P bar and Q bar are the two vectors which represents the adjacent sides of a parallelogram having both magnitude and direction which are drawn from the same point. Now the resultant of these vectors, these two vectors having both magnitude and direction which is drawn from the same point. Now in this parallelogram law of addition of vectors, I have to prove the magnitude of resultant of these two vectors as well as direction alpha. Okay. So by taking this parallelogram, we don't know the mathematical rules for these triangles. Okay. If you know the right angle triangle, means we have to apply the Pythagoras theory in order to get the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. That means, for example, if you know this is the right angle triangle. Okay, this is side square, let us say x, this can be y, it can be taken as root of x square plus y square. Means if you know the right angle triangle as per the Pythagoras theory, that means if you have the two sides like adjacent side, opposite side, this is the hypotenuse, let us say. Now listen carefully. The hypotenuse square is equal to how much it is? Hypotenuse square is equal to root of, or hypotenuse is equal to root of x square plus y square. Now by using same theory, here I am applying. That means here we don't get the right angles. from this by the parallelogram, means just having two triangles. That's why what I am taking is this p bar is slided parallelly and there is a projection. I am drawing a projection from q bar exact perpendicular to p bar. This is okay. Now listen carefully. I am taking the points. Let us say this is O, this is A, this is B, C, D. Now in this diagram, O, B, C. O, B, C is the big right angle triangle. Okay. Now another right angle is A, B, C. Is the second right angle triangle. If you know the right angle means, then you have to apply the hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square, right? So by the same method here I am applying to get the value of r bar. That means by taking the right angle, means Pythagoras theory. By taking the Pythagoras theory, I have to find the value of magnitude of r bar. Okay, from this right angle triangle. Now listen carefully. How can I solve this? So first of all, I am taking the small triangle. Means I have to prove to find the magnitude of r bar. Means to find the magnitude of resultant of both vectors. Like this hypotenuse I am finding initially. After that I have to find the value of direction also. Now first of all, I have to find this magnitude of this resultant of both vectors. Okay. Now what I am taking is, initially I am taking this small triangle. Because OA having magnitude p bar with magnitude is p, direction is along O to A. Okay. And this AC having a magnitude q, which is direction is A to C. But we don't know the values of this AB and these values also. That's why these two values can be measured by taking this right angle triangle. Means from triangle, let us say ABC. From triangle ABC, what I am taking here, sin theta is equal to, please tell me, if you know the right angle triangle means sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite how much? Let us it can be taken as y. For example, y by magnitude how much this one? This is, let us say it can be taken as y. This is nothing but x. We have to assume. Okay. Now y by how much? This is q. That means y is equal to how much? This is q into sin theta. Okay. Now listen carefully. Y means here what I am taking is the value of BC only. From the diagram. That means the value of BC is equal to how much? The magnitude of BC is equal to how much? Q sin theta. In the same way, whatever the value of x here, that means from this diagram I am getting this is nothing but Q sin theta. In the same way, whatever the value of AB, means I am taking from this right angle triangle, cos theta is equal to how much? Adjacent side by hypotenuse, means Q. Now AB is equal to what is the value? Q into cos theta. So by taking this small right angle triangle, I got the values of BC as well as AB. Means AB is equal to how much? This is Q cos theta, right? So after getting these two values, I have to go with big right angle triangle in order to find the value of OC. Okay. Now from a triangle, let us say OBC, big right angle triangle I am taking, right? So in a big right angle triangle, what is the Pythagoras theory? Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. That means here what I am taking is OC square. Hypotenuse square OC square is equal to nothing but magnitude of R. Okay, magnitude of R bar. OC square is equal to how much it is? One side OB square plus BC square. Is it correct or not? Yeah. That means OC square means we know already. This is nothing but the R square. OC nothing but R square, makes magnitude of R bar nothing but R. OB is equal to sum of OA plus AB whole square again plus BC square, right? Now it is in the form of A plus B whole square. That means what is the value here? Here I am writing, yes, R square is equal to how much? OA square plus AB square plus 2OA into AB. That means A square plus B square plus 2AB plus BC square, right? Now what is the meaning of OA square here? OA from the diagram P square, okay, magnitude B square, again AB square. AB means how much it is? Q cos theta whole square, Q cos theta whole square, again plus 2 into OA means P, again AB means Q into cos theta plus again BC square. BC means how much here? From the diagram BC is equal to Q sin theta whole square. That means what is the value here? I am getting P square Q square cos square theta plus Q square sin square theta. Means here what I am common? Q square common. What is the remaining factor? Sin square theta plus cos square theta plus again 2PQ cos theta. What is the meaning of this value? Sin square theta plus cos square theta nothing but as per the trigonometric relation 1. That means therefore R square is equal to how much you will get? P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta, 2PQ cos theta. That means therefore the relation R is equal to under root of, yes, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So this is the magnitude of resultant of both vectors like P bar and Q bar. P bar and Q bar. This is the resultant, magnitude of resultant. Now again I am explaining. Listen carefully. In that parallelogram law of addition of vectors, I am taking initially P bar and Q bar are the nothing but the adjacent sides of the parallelogram which having both magnitude and direction, which are inclined by how much angle? Let us say here theta. Okay. Now I have to find the magnitude of this resultant without taking this consideration. Means only this is a parallelogram. So we don't know about the mathematical relation about this parallelogram, means Pythagoras theory. That's why here what I am taking is this vector P bar which is slided, means shifted parallelly, and I have to take the vertical projection from point C. Then it forms two right angles. One is ABC and another one is OBC from the diagram. Okay. Now from the small right angle triangle ABC, sin theta is equal to how much? As per the relation opposite side by hypotenuse, means BC by Q. That means BC is equal to how much the value? Q sin theta. Now in the same way, what about the cos theta here? Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by again hypotenuse. Adjacent side how much? AB by hypotenuse Q. That means AB is equal to how much it is? Q cos theta. Now from big right angle triangle, means in order to find the magnitude of R bar, means you have to take this big right angle triangle like OBC. So according to the Pythagoras theory, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. That means here hypotenuse square is equal to OC square is equal to side, means one side nothing but OB, another side nothing but BC. That means OB square plus BC square, right? That means OC is nothing but the magnitude R, means R square is equal to here OB can be treated as the sum of OA as well as AB. That means here OA plus AB whole square plus BC square, right? Now here it is in the form of A plus B whole square. That's why it is in the form of A square plus B square plus 2AB plus BC square. Now from the diagram I am substituting the values of OA, AB and BC. Now what is the OA value here? Magnitude is nothing but P square plus AB means Q cos theta whole square. OA means again P, again AB means Q cos theta, BC means Q sin theta whole square. By manipulating, what is the expression? What is the expression for magnitude of resultant of two vectors? R is equal to under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So this is the actual expression, very important expression to have the magnitude of resultant of two vectors in parallelogram. Okay. Now So after getting this magnitude of resultant, what I am finding? I have to find the direction of resultant, means alpha. After that beta also. So if you got the alpha, means in the same way you have to write the expression for beta also. Now that means in order to find the value of alpha, means from the diagram only, in order to find the value of alpha, means which triangle you have to prefer? Again from triangle OBC. I am taking this big rectangle triangle in order to find the direction of resultant. That means from triangle OBC. What about the tan alpha here from figure? Please tell me. Tan alpha. This right angle triangle, tan alpha is equal to how much? Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side how much it is? BC. By adjacent side how much? Total OB. Right? OB is the combination of nothing but BC by OB. OB means nothing but OA plus AB. Right? Now it can be written as BC means what is the value here? Q sin theta by OA means magnitude how much? This is P bar, means P plus AB means how much it is? Q cos theta. Therefore, what is the magnitude? Means direction of resultant here. So direction of resultant from this expression is tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. That means here alpha is equal, what happens? Alpha is equal to this tan function goes to right side, means 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means tan inverse Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. This is the method. So this is the actual method to find the direction of resultant vector. Direction of resultant vector alpha. Alpha means the direction of resultant which makes an angle alpha with P bar. Now what about the beta? Again similarly. Beta means tan beta is equal to. There is a slight difference in between them. If we have take that means, listen carefully, from this right angle triangle you got this tan alpha. In the same way tan beta means it is directly I am writing here, in place of Q I am substituting P, means here what happens? P sin theta by, proof not required, Q plus P cos theta. So beta is equal to how much? This one, tan inverse P sin theta by Q plus P cos theta. This is. So this is the direction of resultant which makes an angle beta with Q bar. Q bar means this is the smaller magnitude, this is the larger magnitude. Okay. Now after completion of this direction of resultant, listen all of you. Now I am going to the conclusions. That means by taking this parallelogram law of addition of vectors, what are the conclusions about this parallelogram law of addition of vectors? What is the resultant of this one? R is equal to root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ, otherwise capital letters also. Right. R is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So this is the magnitude of resultant of two vectors in parallelogram. Now what is meant by tan alpha? Means alpha. Direction tan inverse, yes, Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. This is. So these are the final conclusions of parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Okay. Now After this I am going to the conclusions. Conclusions means what is this addition of vectors means magnitude of resultant when the two vectors are parallel. P and Q are parallel. If these two are anti-parallel, what happens to the value of R? If these two are perpendicular, what happens to the value of R and alpha also? How these two are changed? Okay. Now we have to see for different cases. All of you. Conclusions. What are the conclusions of parallelogram of addition of vectors? For example, if I am taking magnitude of P bar which is greater than magnitude of Q bar, that means this P bar vector having greater length as compared to the Q bar, means this having greater length as compared to this, means what is the relation between alpha and beta? What is the relation between alpha and beta? Suppose P bar is increased. P bar is increased means as per this relation P bar having more length as compared to Q bar, means this resultant which is subtending an angle alpha which is nearer to P bar, means this resultant is trying to align towards P bar. This resultant is aligned towards P bar means beta increases, alpha decreases. Means what is the relation between alpha and beta? Beta greater than alpha, or sometimes alpha less than beta also. We have to think simply, if the resultant P bar having more length means, listen all of you, this can be taken like this, so this is P bar, this is Q bar. Now it can be taken as parallelogram. Then what is the resultant here? This is alpha, this is beta, means this P bar, magnitude of P bar which is greater than magnitude of Q bar, means this P bar having more length as compared to Q bar, means alpha decreases, beta increases. Why? Because this resultant which is subtending or which are moving towards P bar only. Okay, so by taking this general experience, what is the first conclusion? Magnitude of P bar which is greater than magnitude of Q bar, means this first vector having more length as compared to the second vector, means the resultant which is try to align towards P bar, means alpha decreases, beta increases. Means what is the relation between them? Beta greater than alpha or alpha less than beta, right? Now what is the second conclusion? These are the theoretical questions based on the parallelogram of addition of vectors. If theta increases, means the angle between P bar and Q bar increases like this. This is the angle between P bar and Q bar, so these values are increases. That means this P bar and Q bar align like this, means the value of P bar and Q bar like increases. What happens to this R bar? Is it increases or decreases? So as per the results, for example, we have to see in the next cases, if the value of theta increases, then magnitude of resultant R value decreases. Means theta increases means R value decreases. How it will be decreased? Okay, so how the magnitude of resultant of two vectors decreases when the angle between the two vectors increases? How it will be? Means it can be explained on tomorrow classes. Okay, right. Thank you.